I might not have the most paper, but with the status of this YouTube shit, I'm the closest to the greatest. Shout out to Jay Mills, man. What up, y'all? Prince Sports here. You know I got some coffee for y'all again. Now, got a little something I want to talk about. I noticed there's a little narrative going on, right? People try to dispel the greats from the past by saying, well, there's no player in today's league that can win 6 championships like Mike because the competition is so good. That is 100% false. Right now, as we speak, you got Steph Curry and LeBron with 4 championships, right? So winning 6 championships is not far out the reach. If it's possible in some cases. So here's another reason to why people like trying to dispel the notion that a player or a superstar player could be great and win multiple championships. It's because your favorite player currently can't do it. That's one of the biggest reasons. So you have to make up for his failures by excuses, and it's a form of coping by boasting up your generation. So let's dispel and debunk all this nonsense. One of the reasons, there's 3 reasons to why a team cannot become a dynasty too much now or win multiple championships. It has nothing to do with parity, has nothing to do with competition, has nothing to do with how talented a player is, okay? That's all mumbo jumbo bullshit. It has simple reasoning. Number 1 is, in today's league, there is no great basketball team, okay? Now, one of the reasons for that is because teams don't grow organically that much no more. Now, you're seeing it this season, how good some teams are, the OKC, Minnesota. They're growing organically, but I'm going to get to them later on in this video because something's going to happen to them too. Is one of my 3 reasons to why teams can't win multiple championships. You just saw Denver lose, right? Now, Denver lost Jeff Green and he lost Bruce Brown. They didn't lose those guys because those guys didn't want to be part of the team. They lost those guys because they couldn't afford them, right? There's another reason for that. But since there's no great teams in the NBA, because nobody gets time to develop, they just jump here, go there. Mavs, Wolves, Denver Nuggets, Lakers, they all even Steven, right? They all have the same formula. They have like 2 superstars, not 2 superstars, 2 all-stars, and good role players surrounding them. Some have superstars, okay, but it's very few teams. Title contenders mostly have superstars, and that's only like 7 teams, 5, 6 teams legit that have a chance at winning a championship. Those are the teams with the superstars. But that's reason number 1, okay?
Coffee's for closers only.
Okay? Teams don't get to grow organically no more. That leads us to reason number 2. Reason number 2 is simple collective bargaining agreement. Okay? The league has shot themselves in the foot by making these rules that it's hard to pay certain players. The Wolves and Denver are perfect examples, and OKC, so this brings me back to them. Let's say the Wolves win a championship this year. A guy like Naz Reid is a free agent. Minnesota most likely won't have money to pay him because of the collective bargaining and there's a salary cap. But the Knicks will say, hey, we pay you twice as much as what Minnesota could pay you because Minnesota can't pay you anyway. So guess where Naz Reid is going? He's going to the Knicks. That hurts Minnesota's chances of two-peating. That hurts Minnesota's chance of becoming a dynasty format team, right? Because they're losing their players that helped them get to the dance in the first place. Don't you notice a team that wins championships now is almost automatically they lose pieces? They never come back with the same team. It's because of this. They can't afford them. The new collective bargaining rules stop you from doing that. Number 3 is a very simple reason that's connected to this. Short-term contracts. The average contract in the NBA is about 4 years. and within 2 years the guy could still opt out. Okay, so that hurts a team from even developing or having a serious chance of winning a championship, because that star player could just say I'm unhappy, or he could just say I want to leave or get traded. Whatever the case may be, he's not obligated to stay with that team to help them develop. So therefore he goes on a move. Anthony Edwards may be another player like that. He may want to go to a bigger market team where the bag is more money. When he sees all of his teammates, Cat, Nas Reed, Alexander, his whole supporting cast leave because they get in the bag and money offered somewhere else. That team, great team defensively, right? But guess what? Enjoy them this season, because you may not see them again next season, whether they win the championship or not. Because you can't even let this team develop into one of the bad boy Pistons, because they can't stay together. So half of that squad may not even be back. They may lose 2 to 3 key pieces. Same thing for OKC, right? The more good they get, the more they develop and become better and better, the more contracts get higher and higher. And that hurts the NBA. So now, another reason is the actual contracts themselves. This leads to overpaying for stars that really are role players, sometimes all stars that's not really superstars. You get constantly overpaid, all right? So that's one of the reasons to why you can't see multiple teams win. You're going to see this a lot, like different teams almost win every year because of these rules, all right? You may get lucky and see a two-peat at most, but this is not because of talent, okay? We live in a league now with super woke. What I mean by is everybody got to try to get treated equally. You get a car, you get a car, he gets a car. Everybody is equal now, right? There's no need to being special anymore, because you all special, all right? There's 16 teams in the league, right? But only one team can win an NBA championship. But you get to a point now where it's not 15 losers no more. You could be Western Conference champs. You could be Eastern Conference champs. You could get a banner for that. You could get an MVP. MVP has been tainted now because you got regular season MVP, in-season MVP, conference MVP. It's tainted because everybody's getting an award. Pretty soon you're going to make an award for somebody winning the second round. Breakthrough star of the first round of the playoffs. You see how bad it's becoming? And that's the world that we live in. Everybody's getting catered to. They're getting pampered because nobody wants to be called a loser. But in reality, there's always going to be somebody winning, always somebody losing. It's just how it is. What makes the NBA special, what makes winning special, is the simple fact that you could do it, but nobody else can't. But if everybody else is declared as a winner, winning loses its value. That's the problem with today's NBA. Superstars being thrown out, the word is being thrown out too loosely, it's losing its value. Winning is starting to lose its value, not with the hardcore sports fans, but with some of these idiots that don't value winning when they should be. So even winning individual accolades is starting to lose some luster because it's too much of them. All right? So the NBA needs some correcting to do. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Sports out. Peace.